Welcome to another edition of Arizona Living. Today I'm going to answer some more of your questions. Stay tuned! Happy Monday night, Zonies. I accidentally stopped the music. I was like, ah, crap, might as well start the thing. So how you guys doing? I'm here checking out the live chat. Michelle's daughter, how you doing? I can finally see you. It's amazing, right? So I have a couple questions you guys asked of me. And I have a little bit of news I want to share. I figure I'll start off nice and slow, see if more people join. I don't have the screen up that tells me how many people. What's up, Jay DeQuento? It's been a hot minute. That's right. It's been about a week since I've live streamed. What's up, El Jefe? So I got something I need to share with you guys. Some big news. What's up, Michael C. from Michigan? So the house we're having built over in Queen Creek, they actually broke ground today. Like, for real. Like, the ground is literally, they got and they digged it up. For real. They literally broke ground today. So that's exciting for Cartoon Wife and I. So, what's up, Ali Muhammad? So, what else do I have to share with you? Last week I didn't stream because I was busy working, but I hope you guys been enjoying those Rant with Sam videos that I've been dropping every single day. There's 31 of them. Literally 31 of these videos that I'm going to drop. And I've already learned a valuable lesson. The same lesson I learned with the Dose of Sam videos. No one cares about what I have to say other than if I'm talking about Arizona. I dug myself into this niche, and it's hard to pivot or pick a different niche. So I'm going to have to stay talking about Arizona, which you all know. I am not the biggest fan of Arizona, so it's very much ironic that the name of the channel is Arizona Living, a New Yorker's take on AZ, and I am not the biggest fan. Believe me, I'd much rather just make funny videos, but that nobody will watch them, so I got to keep talking about Arizona. Got comments over here, guys. Jacob, what's up? Daniel, what do you know about Australian Mountain Ranch area? Nothing. It's in Australia. I don't know nothing about the Australian Mountain Ranch. Go to the gym. One more week and I'll be in AZ. Good for you. Jay DeQuento, congratulations. Thank you. Andrew, do you have portable fan to keep cool? No, I do not. We have air conditioning in the vehicles. Our house is air conditioned. However, the room I'm in, I closed all the vents because it's the last room to get the duct work, and it's hot as balls. Right now, it's 89 degrees in the bootleg studio. 89 degrees. So it's been hotter in here, but it's freaking hot. And before I start these streams, I'm actually in the room setting up with the lights on me. I have a candle. It's hot in here, guys. Roadside Lounge, hey Sam, what's going on? So I asked you guys for some questions as usual. I still don't see our friends Phil and Tila on the stream. Jacob, what about Surprise AZ? Is it nice? Finally got my date from job to move. Jacob, I'm not the biggest fan of Surprise. Some people love Surprise. Me, I went out there, I did not see anything. It was pretty desolate. There's a handful of stores, but my vantage point, it was not much to do out there. I googled what to do in Surprise, and all I found was a picture of a park. That was it. Not much in Surprise, in my opinion. But hey, some people love it there. Everybody has their own opinion. Mashed potato, hi. Daniel, Australia Mountain Ranch. You wrote Australia, my friend. Australian Mountain Ranch. Australia Mountain Ranch, that's where Cartoon Wife got her associate's degree. She went to Australia Community College. It's near Goodyear. It's by Goodyear. It's not in the middle of nowhere. It's okay. I used to live in Avondale, not far from there. It's right next door to Goodyear. So Goodyear is a real city. So it's not that bad. I would prefer Australia Mountain Ranch to Surprise. Tell you that much. Mashed potato, how's your day going? My day's going great. I got off on call from my job last week. I put in 64 hours. Very happy to be off that on-call schedule. I think I'll do it again in another 2 weeks. But hey, OT is nice. But, I missed you guys. I needed some cheap therapy, a place for me to rant. I keep looking over here because Sour Patch is making her grand entrance. Let me zoom out so you guys can see Sour Patch making her grand entrance, because I know Sour Patch, here she comes, guys. I know Sour Patch is the star of the show. Oh, Sour Patch, really? There you go, guys. There's the one and only Sour Patch the cat. All right, you guys are always asking me, where's Sour Patch? Where's Sour Patch? There you go. Michael C., talk about Alaska. Californians will love it. Very funny there, Michael C., talk about Alaska. I would love to move back to Jersey, but Cartoon Wife does not want to go back to Jersey with me. I love Jersey. She has no desire. Hey, Anarchy 1 TV, are there any more Doomsday Cult members in Gilbert? I don't know nothing about that. Mrs. Cateras, I hope I didn't butcher the spelling. Mrs. Caqueras, I'm trying to pronounce your name there. I'm sorry. Jacob, Callie, OT is nice. AZ, OT only after 40. Come on. Mashed potato. Yeah, Sour Patch. Hey, Destruction City says hello to Cartoon Wife. Cartoon Wife is on here? I didn't see her comment. Daniel, how much does it cost to smog a car in AZ? To smog a car? What do you mean to smog a car? I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean by that. You mean to wash a car? It depends. They used to cost. Oh, what's up? Cartoon Wife's on. Hey, T-Lord and Phil, you've made it. All right. I've been waiting for you. You're asking. So let's go back to Daniel. How much does it cost to smog a car in AZ? If you mean wash, there used to be $3 washes, and now they're doing $5 washes. If that's what you're talking about. So, okay, I'm going to go now to the questions that were previously asked, mostly by Tila, okay? And let's start with number 1. El Jefe, is there a lot of child abduction in Arizona? I hear it a lot. I just want to know your view on it. And the damn rent keeps going up. Why? Let's take the latter part of your question there. The reason why the rates keep going up is because all the Californians are still invading Arizona, the Phoenix Valley, and it's supply and demand. You have all these people migrating here. There's not enough places for them to live, so the prices go up, supply and demand. So that's why the rents keep going up. And the prior part of your question there about the child abductions, I've heard about quite a few. We watch our kid like a hawk. It's sad, there's child abductions. And I hate to say it, but, the border's not that far away. And there's all sorts of crazy stuff that goes on. I'm not saying a wall is a solution, but there's crazy stuff that goes on everywhere, not just in the Phoenix Valley. So you got to watch your kids. It's pretty regular that I see messages about Amber Alerts and, missing children. So it's kind of scary. But, my kid never goes out by herself. The days of, kids going off and biking by themselves are long over, especially in this crazy ass weather here in the valley. So I don't really have a take on it other than, it scares the hell out of me, the whole child abduction thing. And it's a thing. It's really a thing. I suspect some of the stuff, the alerts I get are from parents who are divorced and the dad taking the kid, unbeknownst to the ex-wife. But I don't know. More comments over here, guys. Cartoon Wife, I think the emissions tests are around 30. Oh, that's what you meant by smog. Okay, gotcha. The emissions test. Cartoon Wife, Sam took our RAV recently, so I hope he remembers. I don't remember. I think it was like $35 if I recall. I don't remember. I was just happy it passed the test. I didn't really care how much they charged me. Retired 2019, what's up? Jacob, I was wondering if they still smog down there. I heard reg and insurance is high. Is that true? Okay, here's the situation. When you move here and you go to register your car, depending on the age of your car, will determine how much they charge. I know, it's ridiculous. But if you have a newer car, be prepared to spend anywhere upwards of $500 to register your car. I did not stutter. I'm serious. It could be over $500 if you have a newer vehicle, okay? So as the years go by and your car gets older and older, they charge you less and less. I didn't make up the rules, okay? That's just how it works. So I don't know what to tell you. If you got a newer car, you better be prepared to shell out some money if you come and register your car here. El Jefe, thanks for answering that, brah. And Destruction City retracted their message. I wonder what they said. Okay, so I answered El Jefe's questions. Let's move on to Mr. Earl Proctor. Hello, I wanted to know where in Arizona is the most beautiful place to live, and I wanted to know how are you and your family are doing. And one more thing, thank you for being you. Oh, isn't that nice, Earl? Now, I don't have fancy software here that I could show people's comments. I could get it, but it's like $20 a month. Do I really want to spend $20 a month? I have all the same stuff here, and I paid for the software up front. So, I could. I'm thinking about it. Maybe someday I'll get the fancy software so I could do all that stuff. But for now, it is what it is. Hey, at least it's freaking working, right? So let's answer Earl's question, right? So in my opinion, the most beautiful place in Arizona, and granted I haven't seen it all, but from what I've seen, I'm a big fan of Prescott. As the locals call it Prescott, I call it Prescott. I really enjoy Prescott. It's about a 2.5 hour drive north of Phoenix proper. And I just like it. It reminds me of Jersey. You have real trees there. As you're driving there, it kind of looks like the Microsoft wallpaper, with the rolling hills. It looks just like that. I really like Prescott, Arizona. The problem with Prescott, though, there's no jobs, It's really for retirees. And you got to have a lot of money because real estate's even more expensive there, believe it or not. So that's my vote, all right? And people are going to disagree with me. They're going to say, Sedona's so beautiful with the red rocks, and I feel energy. You could keep Sedona. I don't like Sedona one little bit. And I've been there at least twice. I'm not a fan. Okay, let's see what other questions we got on the live stream before we start hitting up Tila's questions. Okay, here we go, guys. Jacob. Okay, so kind of same here in Cali. Retired 2019. Sam, when does the weather get cooler? I want to say the end of November, around Thanksgiving, it starts to get cooler. It's freaking hot as balls over here. Cartoon Wife, November. See? You see? You see what I said? I said by Thanksgiving. That's November, right? Pitostix, what's up? Destruction City. How's West Mesa? I think that's what you mean. Mesa is hit or miss. There's some areas of Mesa that are scary, and there's other areas of Mesa that are alright. So Mesa's right next door to Gilbert, and as I've said, my mom lives in Mesa. I did a whole video on Mesa. If you go to the homepage of my channel, click on the Arizona City Tours, you can see my whole Mesa video where I talk all about it. Let's see. Retired 2019. Wow. Okay, Mrs. C. I'm just going to call you Mrs. C, all right? Because I don't want to butcher your name. And then Mr. C will get mad at me. When are you going to do a Dramone trip video? Have you seen the other 15 existing videos? Again, if you go to the main page of my channel, you click on the playlist called Arizona City Tours. I have 15 city tour videos. Now, those city tour videos take a long time to make, And with COVID, I have not really been venturing out all that much. At first I was, because I didn't really take it as seriously as I should have. And then as the numbers skyrocketed after Memorial Day, I said I'm not going out unless I absolutely have to. So I'm not doing it. But someday, I do have another 15 to 20 additional city tour videos. But I highly recommend, if you haven't already seen the previous 15, go check them out. Let's see, Cartoon Wife, hopefully soon. I love Jerome. Haven't been there in years. I've never been to Jerome. I hear it looks like Italy, but I have never been to Jerome. And I hear that there's actually like a ghost part of it, like a haunted area you can go to. So I'd be interested in checking that out. Retired 2019. Sam, have you been to Flagstaff? I understand it snows there in the winter. Yes, I have been to Flagstaff. In fact, this past Christmas, I went. Cartoon Wife's family rented out this big ass Airbnb, and we spent one night. Solamente one night. Thank God it was just one night. Oh, there were screaming babies, tons of people around, and I was just glad to get the hell out of there. But yeah, it snowed like crazy. And that was just this past Christmas that we spent one night there. So I have been to Flagstaff several times. I prefer Prescott over Flagstaff. That's just my opinion. Prescott doesn't get as much snow. Cartoon Wife. Yes, she just said the same thing I said about Christmas. See, I'm not making this up. Michael C. Yes, I've seen 10-foot snow backpack in Flagstaff. Destruction City. how you like New Jersey's. Are you from here, Destruction City? I see a lot of typos. How do I like New Jersey? I love New Jersey. That's where originally I was raised in Brooklyn for the first 15 years of my life. And then my mom got remarried. I moved overseas to New Jersey, and I spent 20 years in Jersey, and then I ended up, after a divorce, moving to Arizona. So I spent more years in Jersey than I did in Brooklyn, and I absolutely fell in love with Jersey. I didn't like it at first. Did not like it one bit at first. I came from Brooklyn, where there was trains and sirens and car alarms constantly, to deafening sound of crickets. The crickets were ridiculous. I could not sleep the first night I moved to Jersey. And then, like I said, I grew to love it. But I've been in Arizona over 8 years now. I have not grown to love it. Not one tiny little bit. There are things I appreciate about it. There are things I'm starting to like about it. But overall, I'd rather be in Jersey. And I call it like I see it. I'm not sugarcoating nothing on this channel. That's why it's called cheap therapy. I just vent. I tell you how it is, how I feel. And Cartoon Wife is here to try to keep me in check. Let's see here. What did I miss? Dave Alexander. Hey, Sam, which is better, Goodyear or Peoria? Is there still a lot of new home construction in those two cities? Well, I live on the East Valley, not the West Valley. I used to live in Avondale for a few years. In my opinion, I personally like Goodyear better than Peoria. Both are real cities. They're both legit cities. They're both built up. My personal opinion, I preferred Goodyear over Peoria. Cartoon Wife may disagree with me, but that's just my vote. And I don't know if, I assume, based on my conversations with the A-team, they're building like crazy everywhere still in Arizona. The Californian invasion is still in full swing. So yeah, they're still building like crazy as far as I know. Thank you for the question. Let's see here. Anthony Short, how about Payson? I've never been to Payson. I did a little bit of research because someone asked me to make a city tour video. Payson, based on my research, again, I haven't been there. Payson is like a horse town. Like, everything is equestrian. It's like, it's too farmy for me. It's not for me. And again, I haven't been there, so I can't talk from experience. But just based on the little bit of research I did, it's too country. Way too country for my taste. But I can't give you a straight answer because, again, I haven't been there. I don't BS anybody. Jose P, what's up? Hector Cuevas, hey Sam, how's it going? Daniel, where are some of the really bad ghetto areas where there is car breaking, crime, homeless, and drug addicts talking to themselves? One of the many reasons we're leaving Seattle. There's definitely areas just like you described in Phoenix proper. For sure. Like, one of my brother-in-laws, he lives in the ghetto in Phoenix. It is scary. I would not want to be there late at night. He's the one I've told you guys about. They have an above-ground pool in their front yard. The neighbor has a shopping cart in his yard, just to paint the picture. It's scary. I would not want to live there. No way. So it's kind of like what you described. Okay, they're scattered. Every city is going to have a good and bad area. I highly recommend, if you haven't already done it, go to communitycrimemap.com. That website, you could type in the zip code of where you're considering moving to, and it'll show you everything. Everything. All the crime that has happened there. And you can compare it to where you currently live. Right? So communitycrimemap.com. Completely free. We got more questions here and comments. Anarchy 1 TV. Swimming in the Secaucus River. Monica Garcia. Would you ever consider moving to Portland, Oregon? Monica, I have been to Portland several times. I really like Portland. Portland's one of my favorite cities. It's not, I like Boston better, but Portland's up there. I would say Portland's top 5 of my 5 favorite cities. But when I moved there, no. It rains way too much and I would get depressed. I don't want to deal with the rain. I would rather deal with the insane inferno of heat here in the Phoenix Valley than it raining every single freaking day in Portland. And yeah, I know. Oh, it only rains 6 months of the year. Yeah. I've heard it all, okay? I've been to Portland myself. I've been to Seattle many times too. Every time I go to Seattle, it freaking rains. I spent 3 weeks in Seattle. Not one day did it not rain when I went to Seattle. But thank you for your question there, Monica. I would not consider it. Okay, Cartoon Wife. My former roommate just bought a new build in Peoria. Goodyear definitely has more land for new builds, though. Go to the gym. Okay, he's talking to Daniel. I just left Seattle too. Destruction City. Does North Scottsdale see snow? No, not really. No. North Scottsdale still, relatively close to the Phoenix Valley. If you want snow, you got to drive a few hours. Cartoon. Okay, there you go. She answered the same question. Jacob, that's the scary part about moving. I can't figure what's a good spot. Well, Jacob, you need to come out here and see for yourself. You need to see and drive around and do a sniff test at night. Go like at 2 a.m. just to make sure it feels good. And, check out that website. But you really have to come down here and explore for yourself to see what area you vibe with. Because just me telling you doesn't do nothing. You got to come out here and see for yourself. Because my opinions are going to be different than your opinions, Desert Dreams. Hey, Sam, are scorpions more prevalent at certain times of the year? I think so. I don't get scorpions because I use Nature Zone. Not sponsored. I use this company called Nature Zone. They come out every other month. They charge me $65, and I never have any scorpions in my home. We've been using them for years and years and years. I tried others before them, and they all sucked. Nature Zone, they tell you what time they're going to come. They actually come. They charge you immediately. If there's ever any problem, they come back and they spray again for free. There was one time I had them do that when I lived in Avondale. They sprayed, and like 2 days later, I saw crickets, and I was like, you guys need to come back. And they didn't charge me, okay? And I'm cool with the owner. I don't have any sort of arrangement. He was cool enough to give me a couple free sprays because you guys kept using them and telling him that I recommended them to you, But I don't have any sort of arrangement. It's not sponsored, but I don't have a problem. My brother-in-law, who lives 7 minutes away in Goodyear, I have several brother-in-laws, by the way. He lives 7 minutes away in Goodyear, the same town as me. His house is infested with scorpions, okay? He gets at least a dozen a year, and he has 2 small children. I tell him repeatedly, use Nature Zone. He's a cheap bastard. He refuses to use Nature Zone. He hires somebody else to spray, and he continued to get the scorpions. Not Nature Zone, and now he does it himself, but he's still getting scorpions. And in fact, not that long ago, he found a baby scorpion in his beard. So I still find that funny. And so he doesn't listen. He has 2 small kids. It's just a matter of time for one of them to get bit by a scorpion. He don't listen, but whatever. He knows everything. He's a know-it-all, God bless. Good luck. I'm getting fired up here, guys. So let's see here. I missed a couple questions. I still got a whole list of questions from Tila I haven't hit. We've been streaming now for 23 minutes, guys. So let's see. What did I miss over here? Okay, Tila, I go to the gym. Are you an AZ? Yeah, Jose P. Is Ahwatukee a safe area? The houses look really nice there. Anywhere is safer from where I'm from in Chi-Town. Jose P. I lived in Ahwatukee for 6 months. Ahwatukee is one of the premier cities in the Phoenix Valley. Now, it is not Paradise Valley. Paradise Valley is like the freaking 90210 of the Phoenix Valley is Paradise Valley. But Ahwatukee is a step down from that. Ahwatukee is still very, very, very nice. So I highly recommend Ahwatukee. I call it Groundhog Day because no matter what direction you drive, it looks identical. Okay, you can drive 5 minutes in any direction. It looks the same. You're going to see the Target. You're going to see the Circle K. You're going to see this. You're going to see that. It looks identical no matter what direction you drive, but it's very, very safe. In fact, some people call it all-white Tukey. I know that's controversial. I shouldn't say that, but I'm not running for mayor over here, So anyway, Ahwatukee's complete. I'm not going to say completely safe. It's very safe. Again, check out that website, Community Crime Map, and you can get a better idea of what the crime is like in that area. Well, hold on. I got to take a sip. I've been going strong. It's 24 minutes in. Let's see what questions I missed over here. While we wait, and I take a sip, let me give a plug to our friends, the A-Team, Janet and Gabby. If you're looking for real estate here in the Phoenix Valley, this is who you need to call. Janet and Gabby, the A-Team, 602-376-0739. Excuse me while I take a sip. That was a little more than a sip. Okay, they got their 30 seconds in for sure. I never actually count it. So I'm actually supposed to see them maybe this weekend. We'll see. Hopefully I get to see them and they give me some suggestions on what we need to do to put the house on the market. Okay. Let's see what questions did I miss over here. Jacob, in his beard, I'm burning the house down. Monica, have they broke ground in a new construction yet? Monica, you showed up late. Yes, that's the first thing I said when I started the stream, Monica. Yeah, they just broke ground today, matter of fact. I have my selection meeting tomorrow for my new construction. I thought your house was already made. No, I missed something. So you got your design center appointment tomorrow. Yeah, but they just broke ground this morning. So I'm excited about that. You know, hopefully come March we'll be moving in. Jose P, thanks for answering. I was just curious since Ahwatukee is further south. Ahwatukee is very nice, my friend. A lot of sports stars live in the Ahwatukee foothills. Cartoon Wife at Mike Powell is the best time to move. Beautiful weather in December. Okay, Mike, Andrew, you are Howard Stern without membership and commercials. I'm gonna quote you, my friend. That is like a huge compliment. I've been called a cross between Gabriel Iglesias and Andrew Dice Clay. But this whole Howard Stern comment, you just made my day. That's freaking amazing. I love that comment. You know, the biggest compliment I think I ever got was from one of my managers. And she said to me, after I was there for like 4 months, she looked at me out of nowhere. She goes, Sam, I just want you to know, your resume, you didn't lie about anything. You are everything and more to what your resume said. It brought a tear to my eye. You know, it was a huge compliment. And that, my friend, is right up there. Telling I'm like Howard Stern. That's freaking awesome. Thank you very much. I appreciate the kind words. Let's see here. Jacob, Cartoon Wife, the rental we're looking at is in Surprise right next to the courthouse and ball fields. You want to live by a courthouse? That's a little scary. Okay, I guess it'll be safe. There's bailiffs and whatnot there. Anarchy 1 TV, Biltmore. What about Biltmore? There's a Biltmore area in Phoenix. I don't know if you're talking. It's very possible I missed part of the conversation. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Okay. It's Nature Zone, not Natural Zone, Nature Zone. Anthony Short, did you know the first Bill and Ted movie was filmed in and around the East Valley? Yes, I just found that out recently because they just recently closed the freaking mall. The mall, the locals here call it the ghetto center. Instead of the Metro Center, they call it the ghetto center, and they just closed the mall down recently. I saw a YouTube video about it. I had no idea that's where they filmed Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. So, yeah, I know. Unfortunately, you can't go to that mall no more. Let's see what I missed. Cartoon Wife at Jacob's Surprise is a good drive from downtown Phoenix, but it's a safe area. Very suburban. That's a nice way of Cartoon Wife saying it's sparse. There ain't nothing there. You don't have to worry about getting mugged because there's no muggers. Mike, thanks, Cartoon Wife. Figure a good deal on apartments at Christmas. Sabone. Oh, that's someone here by the name of Sabone. Oh, yeah, that's what you're talking about. Have to post again. Looking for very good schools for my kids. Do you recommend Basis in Scottsdale? My friend, I have videos on this channel all about Basis. My daughter was fortunate enough. For you guys that don't know what Basis is, it's a charter school. Now, some of you might be wondering, Sam, what the hell is a charter school? For you guys that don't have kids, tune this out. That has nothing to do with you. But if you have kids, okay, there's public schools and then what's called charter schools. Charter schools get public funding, however, they're privately run. And they ask the parents for donations, you know. And so Basis is like the cream of the top, the best. Basis, on a scale of 1 to 10, it's an 11. But the problem with Basis is they have this whole Asian mentality that school is the most important thing in the universe. And I did a lot of research. In fact, I went to Basis and I did the whole tour. I even took a pic. I wasn't supposed to take any pictures. I took a couple pics here and there. They didn't know. And I made a whole YouTube video about it. And ultimately, I had a choice. Do we take our daughter to Basis or do we put her in a rated 9 public school? We decided on the public school over Basis because I didn't want her freaking committing suicide when she's in high school and they give 4 hours of homework every night in high school. Now, starting out, I have a niece in Basis, and starting out, they don't kill you with homework, but as you progress through the grades, ultimately, you will get 4 hours of homework every single night. Could you imagine getting 4 hours of homework every night? I would be miserable. So, do I recommend Basis? If you're a parent that wants your kid to go to Ivy League schools and you're all about education, sure. For me, that's not so important to me. I want my kid to have a better childhood than just going home to school every day. Now she just stays home because, you know, COVID. But I hope that answers your question. Like I said, check out the channel. I got videos all about basis in public schools here in Arizona. If you compare the West to the East is known, the east side of the valley is better known for better public schools. One of the big reasons why we relocated from Avondale to Gilbert was because the Avondale school our daughter was going to go to was rated a 4. And the one she goes to now is rated a 9. So that just puts things in perspective. Great question. Okay, let's see here. What did I miss? I think I missed a whole bunch. Damn it. Okay, I need somebody to help me. But Cartoon Wife refuses to come upstairs. Okay, here we go. Sorry, guys. Sorry. It's going to take me a little while to catch up. Jacob, Cartoon Wife, my job is in Waddell, 12 minutes from the house. I don't know where Waddell is. Monica Garcia, you made an assumption and I didn't correct you. So your house is not built yet? Is that what I hear you saying? I thought it was. Sorry. I thought your house was already built. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. Cartoon Wife at Jacob, perfect. Then I think you'll enjoy a short drive. Monica, it was easier to get a short-term rental. Okay, well, I stand corrected, Monica. You have not moved into your brand new house yet. You're going to go and see the design center soon. Okay, I get it. The Desert Dreams, simply what? Okay, Basis Scottsdale is top 10 in the country. Basis is no joke, but they will kill your children with homework. You've been warned. Jose P, has your job announced when it's going to go back in the office? Mine just said we can work from home indefinitely. Mine has said till the end of this year, and then they're going to reevaluate. So I may be going back in January of 2021. We'll see. I have grown to love working from home. I enjoy waking up naturally. I enjoy my 65-inch TV on top of my dining room table. Not having to commute has been amazing. So I enjoy working from home. If they give us the option, I'll stay working from home indefinitely. But we'll see. We'll see what happens there. So guys, I actually got caught up with all the live stream stuff. I think if I missed your question, I apologize. Feel free to type it again. It does move on me. It's hard for me to keep up sometimes. So if I missed your question, retype it. All right. Don't get your feelings hurt. I didn't do it on purpose. I don't have anything out for anybody. So just retype your question if I missed it. I'm gonna go. Oh, look at this. Daniel wrote, are there still racist cops over there where they will pull you over if you look Hispanic? I believe the term is called driving brown. And yes, Dice Clay, Fluffy Iglesias, Howard Stern minus but bongo. All right, Daniel. Well, thank you for the compliment. I'm Hispanic, and I've never been pulled over here. Have I been pulled over here? I lost my license when I was in Jersey. When I was a young driver, I got 3 tickets, and they give you points, and I had reached 12 points, and then you lose your license. So I lost my license in Jersey because I was a crazy driver, because I was a kid, I loved the speed. But here in Arizona, I don't think I've ever been pulled over. There's not a whole lot of cops here. So I personally haven't experienced driving brown, getting pulled over, racial profiling. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but you guys know, before this whole George Floyd thing, I said publicly several times on this channel, I am not a fan of police, okay? I'm scared of them. I stay the hell far away from them. Even though I'm not doing anything shady, it scares me how much power they have and that they think they can get away with doing anything. So for years, I felt this way. Before the whole George Floyd thing, I stay the hell away from cops. They do their thing, I do my thing, So now with the whole George Floyd thing, and now it's blown up as far as, people coming out and saying how they've been, not treated correctly by the police, by law enforcement. I'm even more so. And my brother-in-law with the scorpion in his beard, he has a friend that's his best friend's a cop. When I hear the friend's coming over, he's a cool guy, I don't come over because I'm scared. I stay the hell away from the police. That's just me. And again, I've been this way my whole life. It has nothing to do with the whole George Floyd thing. This is just how I felt my whole life. Anyway, enough of that. Let's see what I missed over here. Cartoon Wife, you haven't been pulled over here. There you go. Mike, are most of the schools doing remote in Arizona? As far as I know, yes. However, I was told that Queen Creek, they started doing in-person school. They took a vote and they're doing in-person school, but as far as I know, everywhere else, they're doing remote education. And it's been a pain in the ass. Rory, she's been using one of Cartoon Wife's old laptops that she used years ago. It was a crappy laptop from the get, and it's just horrible. So we are going to have her use my old Mac Mini, and we're going to get a new TV, a new monitor for Cartoon Wife. She's going to swap out one of her older monitors. So Rory's going to get hand-me-down. She's going to get my old Mac Mini, a wireless keyboard, and Cartoon Wife's one of her older monitors, and that's what she's going to use because the laptop she has issues. And part of it is because of malware, because she doesn't freaking listen. She goes to all these freaking websites. But, it's just an old piece of equipment. So we're going to... The Mac Mini works perfectly fine. It's not great for editing, but for everything else, it was perfectly fine. So that's what we're going to have Rory start using soon. Let's see here. Destruction City. Don't live in downtown Phoenix. Well, there's nice areas in downtown. It's not all ghetto. There's some areas that are, they're freaking wealthy. But a block over, you can have poverty, Jacob, what kind of work do you do? I am what you call an analyst, and that's all I want to say. I sit on my fat ass all day in front of my 65-inch screen TV, and I'm in a nice, comfortable chair, though. I got one from Costco. It's a Lazy Boy, and I love this thing. In fact, we just got one for Cartoon Wife, too. So we both have Lazy Boy office chairs, and it's very comfortable. And anyway, I'm an analyst. I just look at the screen all day. Let me take another sip of this, and then we're finally, after 36 minutes in, I'm going to finally start answering some of Tila's questions. Tila and Phil, thank you for being so patient. Phil, I hope you got me on your big screen, because it's coming. Hold on. And while we wait for me to get refreshed, let me do another cheap plug. For my t-shirt, if you're interested in the t-shirt I'm wearing, or the Like a Phoenix t-shirt you see here pictured, go to teespring.com/Arizona Living. That's right. Shameless plugs, guys. Yes, guys, I'm a sellout. That's right. I admit it. I'm a sellout. I got to pay to keep the lights on, So I got to give these cheap plugs when I can. Okay, let's see here. I missed something else over here. Magboy, the CIA hack analyst. That's right, Magboy. I'm on witness protection over here. So, why you gotta break my cover there, Magboy? Jacob, analyst, wink, wink. That's right, analyst. I'm an analyst with sanitation. That's what I do. I'm an analyst with sanitation. You know what I'm saying? Cartoon Wife, the historic houses in downtown are gorgeous, and most are very expensive and have been fully renovated. That is 100% true. They are freaking expensive, but they're freaking small. Teeny, weeny, weeny, weeny. Not worth it, in my opinion. That brings me up to something I want to talk about, all right? And then we'll continue, and then I got to get to Tila and Phil. I saw this video recently where they talked about millennials. And millennials in Jersey in particular. And that millennials right now are all about living in an area. They're willing to sacrifice space for a tiny apartment, provided they can be walking distance to work and restaurants. So they want to be able to work and live in a very small area. Am I the only one that thinks that's stupid? Why? Why would you want to live in a cramped little apartment to be able not to have to commute to work? I don't get it. These millennials, I don't get it. Why? And a lot of the millennials, they don't want to get married. They want no commitments. They want to just travel and be beach bums. I don't get it. That's not me. I'd like to have more space. And if necessary, if it takes me an hour to get to work, it takes me an hour to get to work. But for them to sacrifice their living quarters, not to commute, I don't get it. But that's just me. I just have to vent there. Okay, hold on. We got some more comments here. Tila, very superstitious, Sam. Got any superstitions you believe in? No, not really. I'm not one that's paranoid about walking under ladders or not being by black cats or superstitions like that don't bother me. Or breaking mirrors or anything like that. I don't believe in any of that. Tila, Sam, Phil sends his best, but he's in month-end close. Work calls. I'm sorry, Phil. You're going to have to watch me on the rewind. Destruction City. I also don't like police after what happened in Wisconsin. Anarchy 1 TV. I promise you, if you go to Phoenix and spend a day or two around town and the Camelback area, you'll never go back home. You're talking about that Ritchie area there. What the hell is it called? By Camelback? What the hell is that called? I forgot, Cartoon Wife. What's that called over there? I forgot. I forgot what it's called. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Go to the gym. At Tila. What line of work is filling? Tila. Okay, he's logistics and transportation. Okay, here we go. Cartoon Wife, Anarchy. It's a nice area. I lived there for a year and enjoyed it. There you go. All right, guys, I'm all caught up finally, yet again. Now, I took my sip. I'm going to go straight in. I got a couple questions that Tila asked. Okay, all the questions moving forward that were previously asked are all from our friend Tila. Okay, so let's go with her first question here. Sam, what's your biggest kitchen fail? I got an answer for you. Many years ago, I was kind of like on an Indian food kick. You know, I like to eat my Indian food. Very good with curry and everything. Cartoon Wife cringes whenever I do my Indian impression. I think it's very good. So I was having Indian food a lot, right? And so I decided I was going to make samosas. Now, for you guys that don't eat Indian food, you don't know what the hell a samosa is. Picture like a ball of mashed potato with some peas, and it's like has a fried coating on it, and it's usually like a triangle shape. So I went to the local market, an Indian market in Jersey, and it was culturally it's weird. People just start bumping into you because that's their culture, right? And that's where I saw flour. They have a million different kinds of flour. Not just wheat flour. They got a ton of different kinds of flour. So anyway, I spent like $60 on ingredients, right? I get home, I make the samosas, and my friend stopped by, and he's Indian, right? And he's like, Sam, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm making samosas. He goes, I'm Indian. We don't even try making samosas. Making samosas is hard. I was like, doesn't seem that bad. I'll get it. So anyway, I finished making the samosas, and they were horrible. They were horrendous. And so I didn't want to throw it away because I just spent like $60 on all the ingredients, right? So I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I have a bunch of like ragu, gravy, as the Italians call it, gravy, sauce. And I figured, you know what? The samosas were failed, but I could turn this into Sam's Osas. So I took all the samosa stuff I made, and I dunked all the ragu, sauce on top, hoping that would like mask the disgustingness, and it was even worse. So I ended up throwing away the whole damn batch, and I never attempted again to make samosas. So that by far was my biggest kitchen fail there. I missed something I think over here. No, okay. Cartoon Wife Arcadia? No, that's not what I'm talking about, Cartoon Wife. I'm talking about where they have the restaurants, the restaurants over there. Was it the Biltmore? Is that the area? Biltmore? Maybe that's what I'm talking about. Okay, Jacob, 7 out of 10. Thank you, Jacob. So, next question here from our friend Tila. Sam, what myth do you still believe may be true? Myth. I mean, I believe in aliens. Is that a myth? But the government recently said, yeah, aliens are real. I totally 100% believe in aliens. I don't know if you would consider that a myth. I don't know what you mean by that exactly, but my answer is aliens, Oh, I got some stuff over here. Tila, gravy on samosas. Destruction City. Where do you live in Queen Creek? I do not live in Queen Creek. I currently live in Gilbert. We're looking to relocate to Queen Creek if you're talking to me. So we're going to be moving in March, and I ain't telling nobody where in Queen Creek because there's some crazies on YouTube. Crazies. So that's why I've recently decided not to have our kid on the show anymore. And it's just, I say some stuff that pisses people off. And I'm just trying to be safe. And I ain't telling nobody where I'm moving to in Queen Creek. But you'll find me. It's not that big. Let's see here. Cartoon Wife, we don't live in Queen Creek yet. That's right. We still live in Gilbert. Our next question from our friend Tila. Sam, we're always asking you a question. This time, stump the audience with a question that we can all try to answer. All right, guys. Zonies, I have a question for you. Okay? I'm going to start it off. I'm going to ask you guys the question. Please type below the answer to this question. What is your favorite show on Netflix? Or your show you're currently watching or a series you just finished? What's your favorite show that you have seen or are seeing on Netflix? Feel free to type. I'm going to tell you a show that I recently found that I really like. Now, as you guys know, I don't watch a lot much TV. I watch Jersey Shore, and I watch all the flavors of 90 Day Fiancé with Cartoon Wife. That's the majority of my TV watching. However, recently, I found a show I really like. It might be a little controversial, but it's a show called Rust Valley. It's about a 62-year-old white man with dreadlocks. And he spent the last 35 years building a collection of junk cars. These are cars that used to be classics, but need to be totally restored. And he spent over $2 million developing this collection of cars that need to be restored. And he has a huge lot of land. And now, as I mentioned, he's 62 years old. He's retired from his regular career. He needs to fix these cars up and sell them in order to survive. So I just finished season 1. There's a total of 3 seasons. And what I find most interesting about the show is he has an addiction to cars. Even though he's trying to sell these cars, he's forever buying more stuff. And his son is working with him. So in that respect, it's kind of similar to American Chopper. And that's all I'm going to say about the show. I'm enjoying the show. Like I said, I just finished season 1. I need to start season 2. So what do you guys like here? Okay, here we go. Cartoon. Okay, hold on. There's more stuff over here. Wow, I missed a lot of stuff over here. You guys like Netflix, apparently. Okay, hold on. There's more stuff over here. Okay, Daniel. Has there ever been any concerns about living around a nuclear power plant? One of my sister-in-laws lives right by the nuclear power plant. Like, you could see it from her house. And she said, if there's ever any problem, they're going to blow the sirens and I could get out. She's too close to the nuclear power plant. If there's ever a real problem, there's no way she's going to make it out in time. Plus, there's dirt roads where she lives, okay, just to give you a visual. But I did a video all about the nuclear power plant. From what I read, it's very safe. But would I want to live near there? Hell no. Next thing you know, my dog will grow an extra head. So, but supposedly it's very, very, very safe. Okay. Jim Todd, come to Goodyear. Tila, believe there's a Loch Ness monster that's considered myth. Bigfoot too. I don't know if I believe in either one. I'm not into that. Narcos. Okay, Jim Todd likes Narcos. I don't think I've ever seen Narcos. Mike, Ozark. I heard really good things about Ozarks. I have not seen that either. Corey, I just finished Unwell. I've seen, I haven't actually watched the episode, but I've seen the little thumbnail for it. Go to the gym. Shameless. Is that the name of a show, Shameless, or are you calling me Shameless? Cartoon Wife, at Daniel. My youngest sister lives near Palo Verde. She hasn't had any issues. I wouldn't live out there myself. Ozark's amazing. Tila agrees. Go to the gym. I love Rust Valley. Cool. That's good to hear. What's up, Roy? Anarchy 1, Mr. Robot. I have not seen Mr. Robot. Jacob, you should hire Cartoon Wife as a moderator. IT Crowd and Star Tech Voyager are my go-tos, and I've watched them many times. Cartoon Wife, we just finished Cursed not that long ago. Oh yeah, Cursed was great. Hello. Rory's over here. She just said hello. Cursed was awesome. Cursed is... What? Did you just turn off my fan? Are you trying to kill me? Okay, so Cursed, for you guys that have never seen it on Netflix, it takes a little while to get into, but I actually really got into it. I was watching it as Cartoon Wife was watching it. Basically, it's a story of King Arthur, but it's a totally different take on the story of King Arthur. Like, number one, he's a black guy, just right off the bat. And like, I don't want to ruin it. There's like fairies and like, it's very, very much like Harry Potterish, you know what I mean? With like all those ancient types of entities. But anyway, I liked it, Cursed. So check it out. Thank you guys for all your comments here. Oh, look at this. Rob V, Money Heist. Daniel, is there any Pacific Islanders or Filipinos in AZ? Asking for a friend. Yes, there is actually a lot of people here from Hawaii. There's also a lot of people here from the Philippines. They opened that restaurant up. What the hell is it called? That restaurant, Jollibee in Chandler. And all the Filipinos came out of the woodwork. And yeah, there's actually a lot of Hawaiians that have moved here. So I actually have it on my list to make a video about, Hawaiian culture and Hawaiian food that's here in the valley. So yes, great question. And yes, they are here. They're not as prevalent as, say, Caucasians, but there are definitely Filipino and Hawaiians here. Okay, hold on. Jim Todd, High Power is good also. Row, Tiny Creatures, Selling Sunset, Legends. Cartoon Wife loves Selling Sunset. She saw both seasons, and she watches like all the whole season in one shot. She'll sit there and just not move from the sofa till she's finished the whole damn season. So I'm not really into that show. I watched a couple episodes and I'm bored. I don't want to see this no more. Okay, let's see. Oh, hold on. Okay, Destruction City. I watched Mr. Iglesias. I have not seen Mr. Iglesias with Fluffy. I would like to see that. Tila, gonna check out Cursed. Please give Ozark a watch. Yeah, I heard it's amazing. Several people have told me Ozark is the best show out there. Jacob, oh my God, I love Jolly Bee. I was supposed to do a video of Jolly Bee and I never did. Daniel, the 100. Never heard of it. Ro, wait, there's Jolly Bee? Yes, in Chandler, there's a Jolly Bee. They opened up not that long ago. In fact, one of my nieces, her boyfriend worked at Jolly Bee. And Rory actually went there with her uncle and aunt. And so she came back, and I didn't know where they went. She goes, oh, yeah, I had Jolly Bee. I'm like, no, you didn't. She goes, yeah, I did. And so they took her to Jolly Bee. The kid went to Jolly Bee, and I haven't yet. Let's see here. Okay, Cartoon Wife wrote 3 seasons of Selling Sunset, and they're only 30-minute episodes. Yes, 3 seasons. I stand corrected. I thought there was only 2. But yeah, she just goes in and watches the whole freaking season in one shot. So it's pretty crazy. Thank you very much, Tila, for that suggestion. I like that we did more interaction here. Thank you guys for all the suggestions. I definitely have to check out Ozark and a couple of other shows you guys mentioned. I've been hearing tons of stuff about Ozark. Let me take another sip of this, and then I'll move on to another question from Tila. I think this is the last question, actually, and we've been going now 52 minutes, guys, a long time. Okay, guys, last question. It's not really a question, but something Tila said. Sam, I hope Zonies are ready for more Cali peeps because the fires are fumigating them out of the state. Here come more Calzones. I loved that Tila came up with the name Calzones for people who are living in California, moving to Arizona. Because, you know, the Zonies, and they're from Cali, Calzones, and I got the whole New York thing. I think it's great, Tila. That was freaking awesome. The Calzones are still invading Arizona. So, you know, what am I going to say? It's great for property values. A lot of the locals are pissed. They said that they're upset that the state is turning from red to blue. They're upset that it's not going to be their normal way of life eventually. But if you already have a house, what's there to be mad about? They're improving your home value, you know? It's the people that don't have a house that were planning on buying a house that got screwed by Californians moving here because now they're being priced out and it's going to be hard for them to get their first house. That was funny, right, Jim? I thought that was funny. So, guys, I'm going to give you another minute that was all the questions that people had previously asked. See, that is why I always ask for questions in advance, because with the live stream, there's a delay, and if you guys run out of stuff to talk to me about, I got to go back to the questions that were previously asked. And if there's no questions that were previously asked, the show ends, because there's only so much stuff I have to talk about. You know, I've been dropping those daily videos, the Rant with Sam videos. Like I said, nobody really cares. I'm going to have to continue to talk about freaking Arizona until I can figure something out. I mean, I got to embrace it, you know, and just, I'm stuck at home and I don't go nowhere. And anyway, I found a new YouTuber I really like. I'll talk about that for 1 second. I have a new favorite YouTuber that I've been watching. The name of the channel is Mexican Martial Arts. It's about this guy who acts like he's a chulo, and he's funny as hell. I'm not even into MMA, and I just enjoy watching him because I think he's funny. So I enjoy laughing. That's my thing. I really enjoy laughing. Once this whole damn COVID thing is over, I would love to go see comedians live. You know, Cartoon Wife had bought me for Christmas tickets to see Daughtry, and I was like, what the hell is that? Why did you do that? I didn't want to see Daughtry. Blow my ears out. So I'd much rather, we got our money back because the concert canceled anyway, but I'm hoping to see live comedy shows. We got some comments over here. Let's see. What did I miss? Damn it. Okay. Okay, Tila Calzones, Sam, the name is yours. Thank you. I love that. That was freaking awesome. I said to Cartoon Wife, how is it that I didn't come up with this? It's so obvious. California's Cal, and then the Zonies, Calzones, and I'm from Brooklyn. How did I not come up with this? But thank you, Teal. I appreciate it. Teal, genius, right? Jacob, I like that. Calzones are gonna want their avocado toast. I went to LA last year. And I kid you not, for breakfast, I was staying in a hotel, and I was with some of my buddies from work, and I ordered avocado toast. It took forever. It took them 30 minutes to make avocado toast, and it was expensive, but it was well worth it. It was the most delicious avocado toast I ever had. So you can make fun of Californians with like avocado toast all you want. I love that crap. It was delicious. And I have to point out, I don't think I cursed once today. If no one said nothing, I don't think I cursed even once. I deserve a star for this. Okay, I'm trying to restrict my cursing on this channel. Cartoon Wife and I were going back and forth with Jamuk, who's 13 years old, last night, because he made a comment that saying that my Lake Havasu video was inaccurate, that what I said was not true, and Cartoon Wife took offense to that because she's from Lake Havasu. So as it turns out, the guy that we were going back and forth with supposedly is 13 years old. So I asked him not to watch my channel anymore, and in fact I banned him because he was getting a little out of line. But at any rate, this show is not for children, okay? This is not a family-friendly show, okay? This is rated R. But I'm still trying to eliminate cursing because I want to, I don't want YouTube getting mad at me. So, I got to stay on the up and up with YouTube. So let's see what else you guys had to say over here. Rob V, at Cartoon Wife. How is it being married to a New Yorker? I got to read what she wrote. Corey, have you been to a Costco business center? I don't know what a Costco business center is. I've been to Costco many times. It's my go-to place on Sundays. I'm not quite sure what a business center is. At Cartoon Wife, at Rob, never a dull moment. Cartoon Wife, did we ever actually confirm we got our money back? What are you talking about, the money? What do you mean? Wait, I don't know what you're talking about with the money. Okay. Jacob, with the amount of money pouring into AZ, is the traffic getting nuts? Yes, the traffic's getting nuts. I don't know what you're talking about with the money there, Cartoon Wife. We'll have to talk offline. Jacob, been hooked on career vlogs, starting watching Happiness by the Mile and Chef McCoy. Jose P, best pizza in the East Valley. I am a fan of Grimaldi's and Venezia's. Those are my two picks. People disagree with me, but those are my two picks for the East Valley, my friend. Cartoon Wife, I told the 13-year-old to go to bed since it was late on a school night. All right, guys. It's 58 minutes in. I'm taking one last sip, and then we're closing out unless you guys got something else you want to talk to me about. Again, it's Monday night. Almost 8:30 over here, PST. And I got to put the kid to bed. The kid, she doesn't get enough sleep. She's a monster in the morning. So I got to make sure she goes to bed early. All right, guys. I guess that's it. That closes it out. Well, one more. No. Tila says LOL. All right, guys. That concludes another edition of Arizona Living. Be sure to like, subscribe. Be sure to ask me below what questions can I answer for you regarding moving to or living in Arizona. Till next time.